Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? Awesome. Welcome to All Hands Meeting 29. Yes, you've heard it, All Hands Meeting 29. We've done 28 of these shows. And what's awesome is that this show actually, the genesis of this show started probably 40 feet from where we are. And then we brought it into the back for more space. And since we did the renovation here, we now brought it back into, the showroom space here. So it's a beautiful space. Would you guys say it's a much better improvement? Yes? Awesome. I can tell you one thing, in November, it's a lot warmer. And in the summer months, it'll be a lot cooler. So All Hands Meeting 29, I am super stoked. We've been working on this show essentially for the last week. Obviously, the last All Hands Meeting was 125 days or so. So for the folks just tuning in, we host an All Hands Meeting where we shut our company down. So the company is completely shut down, and we talk to the very essence, the very most important part of our business is our own team. Without a great team, you can't give remarkable experiences. Without a great team, you can't deliver remarkable products, or you can't come up with the most innovative ideas or come up with efficiencies. And so that's why we host this show. We also host this show to tell you what we've been working on. What have we been succeeding on? Where are we potentially missing the mark, and everything in between. So by the time you leave this show, specifically Roma team members, you know exactly what's happening in the company, and there's no water cooler talk or anything of that nature. And this is one of the biggest and most important components of our culture, is that we shut the company down and we actually talk to each other. And we actually share some of the really great insights we've been having at our company. And maybe where we failed the mark on some fronts, but at least you guys know everything at the company. So let me dive right in. If you're watching the show live, I encourage you to, if you want to take photo, video, go right ahead. But just use the hashtag AHM29. We use these hashtags to look back on prior shows. In fact, we have a small montage of some all hands meetings prior. I remember the day, Jack Carpenter, Jackson, I know you're watching, when Jack came and he surprised us at the show. We have Doris there in the corner. We have Michelle Anderson, who's still a great friend of ours, and everything in between. So the memories live on into an eternity, which is pretty cool. So I hope that when we're on All Hands Meeting 39, 59, 69, I don't know how old I'll be, but nonetheless, I'll still be here and I'll still deliver this show because it's something I love to do. So moving along, we do have an live audience here. So for the people watching, this is live streamed over the internet. This is no 6-second delay or 20-second delay like a Super Bowl show. If something goes wrong, it goes wrong. We keep rolling. So we do have a live audience here of about 60 to 65 people. Live audience, can you make some noise? Good, thank you. So at least they believe me that you're real. So we have an awesome live audience, and you guys look great. We also have a number of awesome guests today. And I know we all love that when guests come to see what the heck we're doing and to come and glean an insight into why is our team so happy? Why is our team producing results? Why is our team intact? Why are we doing the things we're doing? So, these wonderful people, some people from the WSPS, Workplace Safety and Prevention Services, my good friends there. So thank you for coming in. We have the Primerica folks, Primerica in the house right here, front row. Yes, thank you for coming in. We have Makers Kids and IQ Foods. Let's give them all a round of applause, folks. And it actually says something about these brands, that they're willing to take time out of their busy day, out of their busy schedule, to spend 2 hours to come to watch our show, be part of the action. So I salute you. I thank you for coming. We hope you gain a lot of value from this show, and hope that one day I can be, a guest in the audience of one of your All Hands meetings. But, stay put. There's a lot of great things in store. So I wanted to start off with something really important, and it's this saying or this phrase that's really inherent in me and really inherent in my leadership style, but also really inherent in our leadership team here at Roma. And it starts off with unconventional methods. And unconventional, what that phrase means is doing something radically different. So different that it's not, normal or seen before. And doing something unconventional is synonymous with taking some risks, stepping outside of comfort zones, with the risk of failing, with the risk of looking bad. But we at Roma have produced or have adopted some unconventional methods to produce some unconventional results. And I think a lot of companies are always searching for what's the one thing I can do to produce some ridiculous results. Well, it's not one thing, it's a plethora of things, one being mainly your culture and your people. But our methodologies here have been, as such, specifically in the last 2 years, really challenging our conventional wisdom, challenging what we otherwise thought was normal, for the hopes of producing results far beyond what we even think is possible at our company. One being our all hands meeting. It was very unconventional for us to go to the management of this company, the owners of this company, and say, we're going to shut the company down for 2 hours, 3 times a year to talk to our team. That's very unconventional. When you talk about hosting an all hands meeting to other companies and you tell them that you shut your company down, it's very weird. It's a very interesting conversation. But in an area where we want to produce some unconventional results, we have to be unconventional in our methods. And through this show, I hope you pick out some of the things that we've been unconventional in, that we are winning. Some unconventional things don't always work, but at least we tried it. It's one more way that we can try something very different to produce some ridiculous results. So I just want to put that up there, pay homage to it, because it's a methodology. Now, if you come to our company and you're uncomfortable with unconventional, you're going to be uncomfortable. We will challenge the status quo at every mark. We challenge each other very respectfully, but we challenge each other. And we use phrases like, what if we did this? What if our fill rate was X? What if our team ranked us as one of Canada's greatest places to work? What company would we be? What if we shut our company down 3 times a year? What if we hire the best people? What if we ask some of the people who don't align with our company to leave our company? What would our company be? Who would we be? What results would we be, pursuing? And so I hope that throughout this all hands meeting, this really resonates with you, because it resonates with us. So today is November 14th, 2019. Folks, we've had 318 days completed this year. I can't believe it's already over 300 days completed. It's just about 10 and a half months complete in the year. We have about a month and a half left, or exactly 47 days till New Year's Eve, which is kind of cool. And we're stepping into what I think is a really cool era. We're in the next decade, 2020. And 20 is my favorite number, so double 20. I don't know what's going to happen. I think it's going to be great. But we're looking to step into a new era of how we do business. I think business is changing rapidly. I think old tried and tested models are failing. I think we have to adapt as much as we can to what's happening out there. I know what we want to do in here, and it feels good because we've been doing it for so long, but out there it's not working. So we have to really dig deep and think about what are we going to be doing different to win for the next 10, 20, 30 years. We're a 35-year-old business rooted with some really great pillars and foundations and values. How are we adding on to those for the next millennium, for the next 10, 20, 30 years? So I do want to say it's exciting. We have a lot of things in store, and a lot of other speakers will be coming up and sharing with you some of the things we're doing to ensure that our future is very bright and strong. So November is Giveback Month at Roma. It's just a great month for give back. Remembrance Day, Veterans Day just passed, and it's a great time to reflect about the men and women, the brave men and women who essentially risked their lives, who have risked their life, whether it be World War II, World War I, Vietnam War, Korean War, whatever those wars, Iraq War, Syria, who leave their families and who do missions for 9, 10, 12 months so that we can be safe in our country. We take this for granted. Some of them paid the ultimate price with their life. I call those heroes. And others are on standby waiting to protect our way of life. I think that's so awesome, and it's such an act of bravery. So we're trying to do our little part. This is our give back, and as a result of give back, what we did this all hands meeting is we have an entrance fee. So anybody that comes live or to any of our satellite locations, the entrance fee is one non-perishable food item. So we have this big bin. So I want to thank you all for participating and giving those non-perishable food items. It's insignificant perhaps in our life, whether it be a bag of rice or corn or something, it won't really affect us, but for some, it'll really make their day. And so here's a little stat about giving back and about food in particular, because I'm always interested to understand that in North America, people still go hungry. Well, as a matter of fact, 41 million people in North America face hunger each year. 41 million. I'm not talking about the Middle East. I'm not talking about the Far East. I'm talking about right here in our backyards, Canada and the US. 41 million people face hunger each year. That's crazy. What's more astounding and astonishing, and I use both words, is that 13 million are children. That's unacceptable in my books. If you have a child, if you know of a child or you have a child, and to think that kid, boy or girl, whatever it may be, goes hungry in the year 2019 I'm not smart enough to comprehend how that's even happening. So as a result of that, we're donating all our food here to the 360 Kids Giveback program. So all the food here, I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after, I don't know, but all the food in this area will be going to this organization here in Toronto. For our satellite locations in Edison, New Jersey, it's going to Hands of Hope, the food pantry, because of our awesome folks in New Jersey. So I salute you guys in New Jersey. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. But that's where the food's going. We have our food is going to St. Peter and Paul Catholic Community in San Bernardino, California. So I'm saluting all our California team out in the West. They'll be donating and delivering all that food there, which is awesome. And for our Georgia team in Atlanta, they're giving it to the Lawrenceville Cooperative Ministries, who will distribute the food to the local communities. So I think that's really awesome. We've never done something on this scale where each distribution center gets to donate regionally. And so for the BPSs, our sales team who are across the country, whether you're in Omaha, Nebraska, whether you're in Southern California, or whether you're in Florida, Eric, I know you're watching. Feel free if you want to do a cash donation, if you want to go to your local food bank or whatever the case may be, have this be a good trigger or reminder to make a small difference in someone else's life. So in continuing that, we have partnered up with Youth Without Shelter. It's a shelter, believe it or not, a few kilometers away from here, probably 10 kilometers. And believe it or not, I lived beside this shelter as a child. I didn't even know it existed. So it's called Youth Without Shelter. These are youth from all over the country. They give them a warm bed to sleep in, and they feed them, and they get them on their way. So this is not where you stay and you get on your feet and then you go, which is kind of cool. So our team served breakfast on November 5th. And if you've ever done this, it's amazing. So they didn't just give them like pancakes. They woke up at like 3:30 in the morning, got all the food, got everything, prepared it, cut, chopped, washed, cooked, and served to the youth in that shelter. It is an amazing experience. The amazing human beings who served breakfast that day was Olga, Sinek, Olivia, Cheryl, Dina, and Neil. Let's give it up for these folks. These are the some of the unsung heroes in our company, people that, you didn't know they woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning or 3:30 and drove here, got the food, went there, cooked, chopped, did all the stuff. But I'm so blessed that we have people that will take of their time away from their children, away from their spouses to go serve people they otherwise don't know. Just in light of making a difference. I'm so blessed that we have these folks. And instead of me sitting up here and talking about it, we have a great video, brought our video crew there. We have an awesome video crew to show all you folks some of the great things that they've done. So we hope you enjoy this. Take a look.
So we are at Youth Without Shelter, making a hot, nutritious breakfast for the 53 residents here. This is year 3 for us doing this, so it's kind of become a Roma tradition in the Giveback Month of November.
You get caught up in the day-to-day of whatever it is that you're doing, and just taking yourself out of that and having opportunity to give back. It helps everybody. It's good for the people we're helping. It's also good for us as well. We're all part of the same community, so it's a good opportunity to remind ourselves to sort of slow down and realize what's really important.
I am on bacon patrol because I'd rather be the one that gets splattered with bacon fat than have the team get splattered with bacon fat. And then we're doing eggs as well. So Cheryl is on eggs. Then we have Neil on toast. And we have hash browns, which Olivia's doing. And then Dina is back and forth with Cheryl on eggs. So we're doing eggs, hash browns, toast, bacon. We can do a bacon buddy, as the British would say. So we can make a breakfast sandwich as well, which is pretty awesome.
And yeah, I've been doing dishes, I've been doing bagels, toast, I've been doing juice. I'm sort of like the runner. How many times has my name been said today? 50?
Several.
Several? Okay. 100, yeah. So wherever they need me, I'm here.
It's really rewarding meeting some of the kids that are here and hearing some of their stories. And giving back is something that motivates me. I have been volunteering for the last 25 years regularly. I think it instills in people a sense of appreciation for what it is that we have, and a sense of appreciation for helping other people that might be in need. Like, I grew up in Jane and Finch, so I could have been one of these kids like many moons ago, right? So volunteering, I think, really feeds the soul.
Well, to me, volunteering, I really don't like to use the word volunteering, because volunteering is always a question that is asked of someone to volunteer. To me, something like this should come just within. You just automatically do it. I think the word I like to use is you just do it. Volunteering, yes, we volunteer, but for me, it's just something that comes in from the heart, and I think for everybody, it should just come from the heart. It doesn't matter whether it's a piece of toast you're giving, a piece of fruit. If you're going to do something, just do it, and do it with all your heart, and everything else will follow.
I mean, I'm in customer care because I actually really love people, and I actually really love the opportunity of interacting with people. So this, bagels in front of me, this is my bread and butter, like, honestly.
Yay!
All right, let's give it up for the team, guys. I don't know about you, but that got me a little hungry. And Cheryl, like, you're beating those, you're like a beast. Olga, bacon, amazing. Way to go, team. I just want to state that if anybody else wants to join in, so we're having a dinner event because we did so well that we want to do a dinner event, and we're so blessed. And as a result of that, we're hosting a dinner on November 26th, so we will be cooking dinner for them, much like you've seen the breakfast. We'll be doing dinner. So you'll be leaving about 3:30-ish. I don't know the exact time. Probably ending at around 7. It's at Youth Without Shelter again. Remember, all the food we buy. So Roma provides all the food and all the goodies. All we ask is of your time. Now, if someone is here and we're you're doing projects or whatever the case may be, I want to make something very clear. If you volunteer, you are not docked time whatsoever, and you probably know this already, but I just want to make it very clear. So if you put your hand up, and whether it's 3:30 or 2:30 or whatever the heck it may be, that does not come off anything from you whatsoever. In fact, you're giving of your time. It's a true blessing. So that's the dinner. If you guys are interested, feel free to see Olga or Olivia. Here's their email addresses. You all obviously know them as well. Just reach out to them. We have a sign up outside, just outside the wall here, and I think we have 4 people already signed up. There's still some spots available. Guests, if you would like to do it, you're more than welcome to join us as well. We're one happy family. All right, moving along. I want to give you guys an update, get into some juicy stuff. So we've had over 98,000 service interactions with our customers thus far year to date. 98,000 times we touched our customers. And you might say, how do you know it's 98,000 plus? Well, we track the heck out of everything at our company, and you know that. Whether it's web interactions, chat, whatever it may be, fax, phone, email, we track it all. So these are direct interactions with our partners, 98,000. And what's cool is we also have a grade that we know how well we're doing. Obviously, 100 is the goal, but we created a goal of 97% as a grade of service. And right now, our team right now is at 96.8. And so that's a delta of about 0.2%. That's a huge feat. Now, while it'd be cool to have 97 and 97, the reality is we're 0.2 off the mark. Tanya and the team has indicated we're going to far surpass this and hit our goal of 97%. But that's not easy. And I want to just give it one moment. It's not easy to produce results at 97%. And many of you know it's a formula that we have that creates the service interaction, the customer satisfaction rate. And if anybody wants to know that and dive deeper, Tanya has all the statistics. And mind you, we have the boards all up in customer care. You can see them. They're all digital, so you can see them in live format. We've had 181 partners. So this number is very important. I want to share this because we probably had triple the amount of people wanting to be Roma customers. Now, we're very picky in who we do business with. And I think all companies should be very picky of who they do business with. It's kind of like picking a friend. It's not like everybody can be my friend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you align with what I believe in? Do you align in our values of our company? Will you treat people with the utmost respect? Will you? And that's what we're looking at when we're looking at who is a customer on our team. We don't just say yes, yes, yes. If you have a heartbeat and money, we'll take you. Absolutely not. And this has come over time. So 181 represents curated customers, meaning customers that have been vetted to ensure that they meet the criteria to purchase our product. And the more we think we curate this, the more the output is a lot better. And we also have a higher satisfaction rate if customers align with who we are and what we do. So 181 is the number. We've sold over 5.4 million linear feet thus far this year, which is a huge number, and we're super blessed to be able to do this. And we've also sold, which equates to about 25,000 feet per day, which is kind of cool. So for the folks in the distribution centers, those are the numbers. I mean, yeah, day in, day out, we're just banging out frames in length and putting them together and shipping them. But that's 25,000 linear feet a day. Those are huge numbers, and huge numbers in an industry that's shrinking. It's a shrinking industry. So it'll be interesting in 5 years from now to see who survives. And as a result, I think the companies that are focused, that are determined, that are driven, that are obsessed with customer experience will be the ones who will have numbers of 26 and 28 and 35,000 per day. So we have right now in stock, so this is something, one of the pillars of our business is that when customers call and they want our products, we have it. We have over 6.5 million linear feet in our 4 distribution centers. Now, we're not taking into account our awesome partners out west, so in Alberta and in BC, which is Full Graphis, and our other awesome partners, Framers Inventory, out in the Pacific Northwest. So that number is outside of this number. So 6.5 is actually more molding than we sell in an entire year. So in essence, we're keeping over a year's inventory, in essence. But that's our commitment to this business. That's our commitment to our customers. And it's a huge investment. So we've also introduced 100 new moldings this year, 100 new moldings carefully curated. And what's awesome is we've also sent out 170,000 corner samples this year. And as everybody knows in this industry, they're somewhat the necessary evil. And we're becoming a lot more, I would say, curated. I think we're curating who we give samples to today. I would say 10 years ago, that number was far greater. It was probably in the 370. So with costs being what they are and customer base being what it is, gone are the days where we're just flying out corner samples just for hoping and wishing they land on a wall. The fact of the matter is those are very highly curated, and we're monitoring by sales to the number of sampled dollars, and we have ratios to offset what that is and also to manage it. So you have 170. This is a really cool stat. Of the 170, 60% of those have been new moldings this year alone. And people say, wow, you come up with so many new moldings. Well, the fact of the matter is we're a company that innovates. We're always innovating, creating new products, because the fact of the matter is life moves forward. So if we don't introduce new products, we'll be falling behind. They say if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. Well, 60% represents about 102,000 corner samples just of new product alone, which is amazing. It's an amazing number. So I want to move forward. So culture tours. So culture tours are something that we host at our company, and we host them at our company because close to 9 years ago, Zappos opened their doors to me. And I didn't believe work could be fun. I didn't believe it could be the time of your life. I didn't believe it until I stepped foot into their doors. And what I seen was astounding. I seen people who were happy. I seen people who were driven. I seen people who were working very close together. I walk into buildings and there's like one cubicle here and one there and one there. Well, Zappos threw that out the window. Everybody's very close together, almost touching each other. But that's meant for collaboration and serendipitous, explosions, areas where people can build some bonds and relationships. So we host tours at our company. I just want to show you some photos. This is a photo of, an organization that came in. It's awesome to see. They don't walk in this way, by the way. They walk out this way. And we take time to walk them through our facility. And Olga and Olivia, I got to say, Olivia, you guys do an outstanding job as tour guides. They walk the tours through every nuance of what we do. We encourage video and photo. They can take it. And we encourage to steal with your eyes, meaning if you see something that we're doing really well and you think it'll work in your business, go ahead. All we want is that when it works, you just call us and say, hey, we did X, Y, and Z, and this is what it did for our business. That's all we want in return. So you can see Olga there in the facility here at headquarters talking about our KPI boards and what we're doing. That's me giving the deck. So it's important that we give a deck so we can give context. That's me. I just want to put that photo in because I love giving tours and sharing the greatness that you all bring to the table. So this is a photo of typically how people walk in. This is Ben from Snugglebugs. He has a great company here in Toronto, the GTA. He has about 12 retail stores in the baby sector. And that's his team member in HR. They came in looking like this. They walked out feeling like that. And that for me is what makes waking up, coming to work every day, and sharing the wisdom and the nuances that we do. So that's pretty cool. I want to introduce Hello Cards. So you may or may not have seen this, but we have Hello Cards. And Hello Cards were born out of something that happened to me early on in high school. So I went to high school in Toronto in grade 9, had all my friends, girls, guys, we were all buddies. And then my parents decided to move, 10, 20 kilometers north to Woodbridge. And they said, you're going to this new school in Holy Cross. And I went to a school that was massive. It must have been, 1,800, 2,000 students, and I didn't know a single soul. So I walked into grade 10 at that time. And, I always tell people, I thank God I wasn't too big or too small or too white or too black or too this or too that. I really didn't stick out a lot. And however, it was a really scary moment for me. And when I went to the school, I never forget this. I walked into the school, and not knowing anybody, you get to lunch, and this cafeteria is full with a couple hundred people. And I just froze. I wasn't as extroverted as I am today. I froze, and I went to the cafeteria, bought something, and I went across the street, and it's in an industrial park. I went across the street, and I sat in the industrial park units in between two cars, and I ate my lunch in a factory, much like we have today, in between two cars. And it was because I didn't know not a soul. I didn't know anybody, and I did that for a month, believe it or not. And I thought, wow, my school. At the time, I'm like, yeah, well, that's normal. But then as I grew on in age, I thought, wow, my school failed me. Here I am, a new student, and they didn't even create a buddy system. They didn't create anything for me. They just threw me in with the lions. And so why we created Hello Cards were an opportunity to share with the company who you are. And so this is one, that's Olga, and that's her Hello Card. But Hello Cards look like this. That's Kiara. It's pretty simple, low-hanging fruit, but it makes people become human. And so it talks about when Kiara was her start date. So now when you walk around on November 28, it's Kiara's two-year anniversary. So you're more than willing to go up and say, hey, 2 years, whew, amazing, or 2 years, whoa, right? Depends. We know that she loves Ben & Jerry's, the Tonight Dough. So hint, so you know that. Her favorite core values: build a positive team and family environment. Her bucket list is she wants to do the Edge Walk in the CN Tower, which is kind of cool. And her favorite superhero is She-Ra, Princess of Power, and Teresa, whatever that means. But Kat is a bundle of joy here at our company. I can't believe she's been here 2 years. It's pretty awesome. And on the back, it actually shows, because we use science-based technology to hire people within the company. So it actually talks about who Kiara is from a science-based, not just kind of from a high-based. So you're able to understand that her dominant factor is collaboration. She's accepting of company policies. She's accommodating, encouraging, reassuring. And so you're better able to understand her. You're better able to lead her. And you're better able to just understand who she is as a person. So we think these are really cool. We're going to be rolling these out to the entire company. We've tested it. We like them. And not to mention, I'm going to go back one sec. Not to mention, but if Olga's not there and someone says, hey, Tony, or to a new person, hey, I need you to go see Olga, usually it's like, where's Olga? Where's Olga's desk, right? And that was me in grade 10. I don't want anybody to feel like me, so that's why we created Holo cards. You think it's cool? Yes, awesome, thank you. All right, so that's Hello cards. And awards and recognition. So I think it's really important to see what we're doing and are we making some progress. So we got some cool awards that we been nominated for and that we won. So I just want to share it with all of you. So our first award is the Stevie's Award. By the way, they're both American awards. Come on, Canadians. But they're both American awards. This is the first one.
The Stevie Awards are the world's premier business awards. They were created in 2002 to honor and generate public recognition of the achievements and positive contributions of organizations and working professionals worldwide. In short order, the Stevie has become one of the world's most coveted prizes. There are 8 Stevie Awards programs, each with its own focus, list of categories, and schedule.
So it's the Stevie Awards. That was an awesome award that we won. And then we also won, came in bronze place, so I guess that's third, the Golden Bridge Awards. Again, these are all American awards, and here's our little Canadian company, in the ring, which is kind of really cool, I think. But here's what these awards are about.
The coveted annual Golden Bridge Awards program recognizes and honors the world's best in organizational performance, products and services, innovations, executives and management teams, public relations and marketing campaigns, product management, websites, blogs, videos, advertisements, creativity, partner programs, and customer satisfaction programs from every major industry in the world.
So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that we're nominated and that we win some of these awards. It's kind of great. It gives you a pulse as to where you are. I wish our industry, so hint, hint, I wish our industry would have more awards. It actually has you, aim higher, shoot higher, whatever the heck it may be. But you need something to hit for, and I think it's really cool. So leadership conference. We held a leadership conference. So a lot of people say, I want my culture to look like this, or I want it to do this. And the first thing I ask is, how's your leadership team? Talk to me about how would you sum up your leadership team in 3 words? And they're like, well, what do you mean? Yeah, so get the leadership team in the company. How would you describe them in 3 words? And this is a live show, so I can't explain or say what they say. But 9 times out of 10, it's not really nice. If I had to describe my leadership team here at Roma, I would say they're freaking awesome. That's 3 words. They are freaking awesome. And they are a great bunch of people, all very diverse, all very different, and all will challenge the heck out of me. That's why I love them the most. But we hosted a leadership conference where we fly in all the leaders from all over the country. We fly them into Toronto in our headquarters, actually right where you're sitting. This transforms into a conference hall. And we host them for 5 days. So it's not like this 1 or 2 skimpy day thing. It's 5 days, September 30th to October 4th. It was an amazing event with the theme, Winning Together. It's astounding to think that you have a leadership team and then they don't think of themselves as a team, and then furthermore they don't think of themselves as winning together. They're like, I'm in this company, I got to do my own stuff, and then I don't care about others, and then I hope everything goes right. Well, the fact of the matter is it doesn't work that way. So that was the theme of the conference. Our goal number 1 was to build a clear roadmap for 2020 and beyond, and boy, did we do that. We challenged everything at this conference. We had some really heated conversations. We had some really awesome conversations. But that's the team there, and we really went deep. So we have a really cool strategy map for 2020 and beyond, and we're about to finalize that, and we'll be sending that out very shortly, probably within 2 weeks. Our second goal was to strengthen our leadership team bond. So everybody wants to win together, but no one wants to build the bond. And if anybody plays on a soccer team or hockey team or any team, you have to have a bond with that person. You got to almost understand what they're thinking in order to pass the puck or the ball to where they're going to be. And that's what we did. And we had some awesome events. We had some egg dropping contests. We did some other kind of team building activities, and we really strengthened that bond. We also had an outing, and it was a bowling outing that was an amazing bowling alley. And then we went on this like 007 kind of mystery thing, which I don't really want to talk about, but it was really, really awesome. and you guys all know about it. Goal number 3 is we wanted to challenge our conventional wisdom, or another way said, our conventional methods, because we want to achieve some unconventional results going forward. I mean, we want to challenge what we even think is possible. And why? Because we just think it's fun. How boring would it be is if you wake up every day just hoping to do the same old, same old. And you folks all know me. I'm 41 years old. I got 37 Thanksgivings left. I got 1,928 weekends left and about 440 months left. I want to wake up every day doing the best work of my life with the best people possible who are challenging the heck out of me and showing me I have so much more in my tank. And that's what we did, and we put everything on the table, whether it was fill rate, we put up, I mean, that's the true photo right there, quality, we talked about fill, we talked everything, we threw up all on the table, and it was awesome. So here's a small video. This is the team that steers our company. This is the team that makes the decisions that impact many different people at our company. By the end of the week, we hope to have a really cool strategy map, and we're looking for some unconventional results. We're looking for things that will shatter what we otherwise thought was possible. But that can only be done if we use unconventional methods. And this week, I hope that you folks use unconventional methods with one another, but also use unconventional methods to create an incredible roadmap for 2020.
This far has been really fantastic. We have a great team assembled and we're doing some really wonderful exercises, getting to know each other a little better. We do have some new people on the team. I think it's going to be a very powerful conference.
So this week I hope to gain a stronger bond between all of us and building the relationships and learning about some of the new members on the team and just coming together and making us stronger.
I think I'd like to build more trust with everybody. That way, it's easier to work alongside of them, and you have that trust with that person.
We're going to also map out the strategy for the company for the year 2020, and it's going to be really concise and powerful and impactful for the whole company.
So I'm most excited about any outings or opportunities to just have some fun with each other and just not have to worry about some of the day-to-day, but just enjoying each other's company.
Hanging out with the team, getting to know them a lot better. Just all these group activities that we do, and just getting to know each other at a deeper level.
Some competition. I like team building competition. That's what I'm excited about.
I mean, my overall experience at the leadership 2019 was really a good experience, as this is my second one. This year I felt like a big part of the team. I know the business, I know the details, the processes, so it was really good.
One major takeaway was anything is possible. We're looking at some different things for 2020, so I know it's going to be the best year for Roma ever.
The one thing I learned, I would say, maybe from this conference is transparency builds trust. So if you start to be honest in the discussions with your peers, like the leaders' peers and stuff like that, that will build the trust actually you need to work as a team, and that actually will impact greatly the business in a positive way.
What makes us great, what makes us different is our tenacity, is our nature, is who we are as a company, our culture, our beliefs, our values. We've had a great leadership team, and we've added people to our company that, in my opinion, has made us stronger. I think as I stand here before you this year versus last year, we're a far stronger company than we were last year. And I'm excited to see what 2020 brings for us and our company. So they say that life is a journey, and I believe it wholeheartedly. There's no summit, right? We're not trying to hit something, put the flag up, and all right, we're done. Let's go drink some beers. I mean, that's not the case. And I think our company over 35 years has been on this awesome journey, and I can tell you the journey has never looked brighter at our company. We are a strong and stable company. We got a great leadership team. We got a great culture in play. We got great human beings on the team. We got great customers. We got great strategies and objectives coming up. And so some of the things I do want to talk to you about that we're going to be putting a heavy focus on is operational efficiencies. We want to become probably one of the most, I'm not going to say probably, we want to become the most, the pinnacle in our operation, in our industry around operational efficiencies. And to help me talk about that, we'll bring up Rick in just a second. Something else that we're going to be focusing in on, because I've had several conversations with Tanya, is about the customer experience. How obsessed are we on a scale of 1 to 10 on how we're making our customers feel? And that litmus test should be in all of us. Is it a 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10? Well, I can tell you a customer experience is going to be high and mighty on our priority list in 2020. In fact, it'll be right after this meeting and going forward into the future. And then last but certainly not least, product innovation. And I think our product innovation, our procurement of products, the design of the products, the quality, the craftsmanship has never been stronger. And I got something in store for you regarding that. So look forward to more product innovation to come. So I'm going to get off the stage. I'm going to call up our operations leader. Please give a warm welcome to Rick.
Happy to be here. This is my second rodeo. I've been with Roma for just over 6 months, and what I'll do today is I'll talk to you about what operations has been doing over the last 150 days, 6 months. As you recall, on the first all hands meeting, I talk about operations and I define things in terms of a discipline of planning, executions, and follow-ups. And this is a premise of what we've been doing and what we've been concentrating in over the last 6 months. We've been improving real-time inventory accuracy, and I want to talk about it a little bit more in depth because many of you are probably thinking inventory accuracy is what we have in our molding, but there's more to it than just that. It's about all the components, packaging, boxes, shippers, working process. All the sub-assembly levels that are part of the bigger thing. And especially here in Toronto and the DC, and many of you have seen, we've put a lot of pieces of traceability components, pallet sheets, working process sheets. We need to know exactly what we have, where they are, how many pieces, and so forth. This is to provide that a discipline and support to the operations group to ensure that we are in full control. We also been doing work on the reduction of back orders, processing time. We've been installing a production planning format, something that it's been new, but a bit of a flashback. I want to kind of give you an example of before and after, and many of you here in this room probably will relate to it because this was real. This is what our production schedule looked like a couple of months ago. A table filled with a lot of pieces. We didn't quite know, where and how. This picture was taken just 2 days ago. This exactly same spot, before and after. And in result, as a result of all the initiatives, this is our production schedule. We know exactly what we're making, in what sequence, when it is due to ship, and when it's completed. This, what we call, is operational discipline. Plan, execution, follow-up. And there's more. We've instilled random quality audits. This to enhance our internal quality programs. We are continuing to educate and coach all DC leaders on financial accountability. For every decision, there's accountability that goes with it. We've also incorporated efficiency tracking and a lot of reporting. Today we know exactly how many feet of molding we pick per hour. We know exactly how many chops and photo frames and pieces of art we can assemble. This is all important because by having an understanding of how we do, and we can create a benchmark, we can measure it, we can provide support and be more precise in our quoting process. All those things are part of the operational discipline. What's next? a lot. I just brought a couple. Kanban system implementation, a fancy word, but in truth, it's a very simple process. It's the process of managing all the other components that are outside of our bill of materials, like packaging, easel bags, all those things that are not necessarily set up or managed through the SAP system. There's been a lot of activity already, a lot of housekeeping, a lot of staging and prep. This is all going to be happening coming to 2020. And we're also going to be concentrating our efforts on a lot of health and safety initiatives. We're going to be providing and supporting some training, fire safety, ergonomic setups of the workstation, improving lighting. So there's going to be a lot of emphasis concentrating around health and safety. KPIs, very quick. Our goal for an inventory fill rate for this year was 98%, and we are on target. We are at 98. For overall fill rate, goal of 95, we're currently tracking in 89. But we've been seeing over the course of last couple of weeks, actually couple of months, we're getting our numbers higher and higher. And for the first time in Roma's history, just recently, a week and a half ago, all 4 DCs combined were able to achieve the overall fill rate of 97% and inventory fill rate of over 99. If it happens once, it can happen twice. It can happen again and again and again. I'm very confident moving into 2020 that the overall fill rate of 95% will be very, very achievable. US DC updates, so satellites DCs, when I was here the first time I spoke, and I'll be paying everyone a visit, and I did. I just came back from my journeys. I want to thank all DC leaders for a warm welcome. I've seen, I've learned, I've been introduced to the all team members. It's a continuation of what I said on the day one. I want to learn and I want to be engaged and provide the necessary supports for the growth. And everything that we've been doing is we're trying to ensure that we are creating a standard format as we move forward. We want to create a brand recognitions of how Roma does business. General observations, I was actually quite surprised. All the DCs were well managed, very organized. Employees have a very high level of engagement. They're dedicated, they understand the business, they understand the processes. And one thing that was standing out, they're very much customer oriented. There is always a sense of urgency. There is always this understanding. Why are we here? What we're doing? We're here to serve our customers. So this was a great experience for me because I've seen it not just here, I've seen it at all DCs. So thank you for that. And here they are, team at LA. I was floored, as you can see, literally. Then I was up again in New Jersey, and I will never forget Brian after the first huddle, and when we went through, I was brought right away into the packaging station, and I was shown how to do the packing of the mirrors, was giving it tools, quick manufacturing, and went out. Rick, this is how we do it. It's great. As well as a team in Atlanta. And last but not least, a team here that I see every day, the guys in Toronto. A recognition and a quick spotlight on those, I call it invisible elves, those garden angels that work tirelessly to providing support to everyone who's working on the shop floor. Angela, 11 years of loyal service with Roma, great understanding of the business, supporting many operational initiatives, cross-training, there is the slew of invoicing that has to be done, maintaining open communications with Roma customers and business partners. Thank you for all 11 years and more to come. Michelle, same thing. I mean, extremely organized, attentions to details. The amount of multitasking, I can do one, maybe two things at once. Michelle, give her 6, 8, 20. She can handle it. Very collaborative, extremely engaged. Thank you. Oh, Callie. The Rock. She's the one. I have to admit, when I want to talk about Kelly, it's a certain constant. I mean, that particular DC went over. We've been looking for a DC leaders for a while, but she was always there. She's the one who connects those dots. She's the one who keeps it going. So thank you, Kelly, for everything you've done. We, Roma, really appreciate it. And our 3 Musketeers, Teresa, Marianne, and Brooke, as I call them, Charlie's Angels, T, Bella, aka Goose, and B. They're the ones that provide the support to all DCs, from anything from production planning, procurement, managing inventory, maintaining our SAP systems, new consolidation of the reporting. They're the ones that are again, behind the scenes. They're the ones that do a lot of the invisible work. Thank you. Just a quick reminder, with an upcoming holiday seasons, our operations will be closed on Wednesday, December 25th, and reopening up on Thursday, January the 2nd. So I encourage everyone who would like to place their orders, please do so. And happy holidays to all. And if you have any questions, you can reach me at extension 334 at the rest of the alphabet, romamoulding.com. As always, that didn't change. All right? So right now, I'd like to welcome Tanya Ferrer to the stage. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's always a pleasure to be up here to talk about one of the teams in this company that have a very important role and responsibility and interact with all the different areas. So I want to begin as to what we've been up to in 2019, what we've been doing and trying to accomplish. We have a few goals that we set for ourselves in order to ensure that we're achieving the expectations of our partners and delivering that wow service. And the top 3 things that we've been looking at this year, first one being greater service, as Tony mentioned. It is a percentage that encompasses an algorithm that takes on a few different metrics that our team work towards, ensuring that we are meeting our goals every day, and it comes up with a percentage. Some of the things that are included in that is average speed of answer, how fast we're picking up the phone calls that come in every day. Average call duration, so how long are we spending with our partners? Are we rushing through our partners' phone calls, or are we taking the time to making that experience a really great one? And the last metric that's built into that algorithm is abandoned calls. We want to make sure that we're not abandoning our calls when they come in, that they're answered. So we have targets set up for each of those metrics, and it comes up with a grade of service. Next is accuracy rate. How accurate are we in what we do every single day? And we take all the interactions that we do and how many mistakes we make. We're human, we make mistakes, but we want to make sure that we're achieving excellent accuracy. And last is partner experience, which I'll go through a little bit later, but what is partner experience? We want a partner to call into our call center or interact with us through written and make sure that it's a fantastic experience. And truly, the real way for us to really know how we're doing that is to ask them. So we've set up a survey with a few questions, but the one question that really determines how well we're doing, or would they recommend Roma to their family and friends, would determine how we are doing in terms of an expectation. And we have a target. So we set a target for a score, which we call an external net promoter score, and based on how many of our partners have responded with they'll recommend Roma to their family and friends, we come up with an actual. All our partners that are surveyed are randomly selected, and we do the survey 3 times a year.
So just going through each of those metrics. So our target, as Tony mentioned, was 97% grade of service for 2019. And our actual was 96.8. So amazing target. We are definitely going to finish the year with a 97%. So way to go, customer care team. Our accuracy rate, so we want to be 99.7% accurate. Very, very high, but we want to be almost perfect. And I'm happy to say that year to date, we're sitting at 99.5, so we're just about there. So again, another fantastic result from the team. And the external net promoter score. So we've set a target of 90%. We want 90% of our partners to recommend Roma to their family and friends. Well, we want 100, but 90% was our target. And we came in at our last third survey of 2019 at 87.7. So amazing response from our partners. We take their feedback, both constructive, both positive. We look at gaps, we look at areas of opportunity. We come up with processes. We interact with all the different areas of the organization, because the one special thing about the external net promoter score, it's not just about customer care, it's about Roma as a whole. So we want to make sure that every part of the organization identifies the gaps that the partners have given us feedback on, and we improve. So just an overview of all the 3 surveys we did in 2019, 83% for the first quarter, 85 for the second, and 87.7 as mentioned for the last one. So definitely see an improvement. We're doing an amazing job. Where are we going now? So what's next? So 2020, although we still have our metrics to follow and to make sure that we're achieving that service, we want to really focus on the partner experience, and we really want to focus on things that are going to take us to the next level, increase that bench strength. So we want to make sure that we resolve our partners' concerns or identify things that their requests or any expectation of our partners. We do it in a one-call resolution or a one-interaction resolution. Ensure that we identify what tools our teams need in order to make sure that at the interaction or at the point of contact with our partners, that we're able to handle every need in that one interaction or minimize the interactions required. The next would be our solution approach. So we want to come up with solutions for different situations, alternatives if we oversold on a particular molding. We want to look at training based with scenarios for our team to make sure that we're prepared for anything our partners throw at us, and that we come up with solutions or responses to make that experience amazing. And the last is delivering happiness. So you might think, oh, that's simple. Well, delivering happiness is making sure that we're happy, our partners are happy. We want to make sure our teams are going to be happy together. So we're going to look at strengthening the team bond in customer care and have more team building activities so that we can become a stronger team and in turn deliver that happiness to our partners. And one way what we're currently doing to deliver happiness to our partners, and I'm sure some of you partners out there have received one, is our PEC cards, our personal emotional connection cards. Maybe it's a thank you, or maybe it's a reminder of something that's coming up for your project. Our team will personally write a little card, mail it out, and we want that to be received and a smile on our partners' faces when they receive it. So those are our 3 big focuses for 2020. They are big, and we know that this will take us to the next level with our partners and our business. Teamwork makes the dream work. A lot of our partners interact with us every single day. We know them by name. They know us by name. They speak to our team, but sometimes don't have an opportunity to see who the team really is. So I just wanted to share with you, put some faces to the names. But here's our team, our customer care team. Way to go. We had to put Majid's card there because he was absent. But there's our customer care team that work day in, day out to make sure that every experience with anyone they interact is perfect. So again, if you ever need to reach me or you have any feedback or any questions or concerns, please feel free to give me a call at extension 340 and email at tferraro@romamoulding.com. Thank you. I'd like to call back up Tony.
Let's give it up for All right, so believe it or not, we're at the halfway mark of the show, so we've gone through an hour, and you've heard about some of the early initiatives that we've been doing around Give Back. You've also heard some of the stuff, certainly about what we've been doing, but also what Rick in operations doing and what Tanya in customer care is doing, understanding some of the details that go into it that affect everybody in our company. So I have something really, really awesome to share with you for this all hands meeting. And specifically for this halftime show. But before we do that, because we've been sitting for an hour, if we can get up and do a little stretch, everybody. So what we do, so we can just bring up our arms. Yep. Maybe bring them over. Great. And then come over, shake it out, and then sit down. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. So we have an amazing halftime show, and I want you to really hear this. We have an amazing human being who we reached out to and who wants to perform live right now on this stage for all of you and for all the viewers live and for the hundreds of people watching this show. Her name is Vanessa Nuccitelli, and I want to read her bio because it is amazing. Here it goes. Vanessa is a fun-loving, loyal, and friendly 13-year-old with a passion for soccer, music, and singing. From a very early age, Vanessa showed an interest in singing and has been taking formal voice lessons since she was 9. She plays guitar, piano, writes beautiful songs, and organizes short plays and musicals with her neighborhood friends. Like, I could stop there, drop the mic, like it's amazing. Vanessa sings English and French songs in many different genres. At a young age of 11, Vanessa performed one of Whitney Houston's greatest songs, I Will Always Love You, at a concert and received a standing ovation from over a crowd of over 250 people. In 2018, she placed 5th at the CNE's Rising Star competition with the same song. Her performance experience includes many concerts and recitals at Chorus Music, where she began taking voice and guitar lessons. In addition, she has aced all her classical vocal exams with the Royal Conservatory of Music. Vanessa will be working with Neil Danny, artistic director at Chorus Music, to record her first original song in the near future. Her biggest dream is to become a professional singer and have a career in the field of music. What Vanessa has done at 13 is like astounding, and I'm just so honored and privileged to call her up. Please give her a warm welcome, everybody. Good luck. Good luck.
Hi, everyone. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement as the moon lost her memory. She is smiling alone in the lamplight. The withered leaves collect at my feet, and the
Vanessa, that was amazing. Amazing, amazing. So Vanessa, 13 years old, blew me away. I'll take that from you. Vanessa, could maybe Olga, you help me with this, please? Somebody, thank you. And if you could stay here, just if she wants to say a few words. Vanessa, I just wanted to ask, how's your career been thus far, and how's it been going?
It's been doing great.
Yeah?
It's very fun.
It's very fun. I asked her, are you nervous? She's like, no, I'm not nervous. I'm like, at your age, I would be very nervous, but you look like a true pro, and on behalf of this amazing company, we're honored, truly honored that you came and you sang for us and all the viewers worldwide, and we want to give you a framed certificate because we're a frame company, and we hope, and you deserve this and so much more, and we have your flowers for you and a few goodies, and we just hope that one day, you come back and maybe do another song for us, and you don't forget us when you're like on American Idol and you make like $1 million and stuff. So if we can have a photo with you, is that cool? If we could give her one more round of applause, guys. Thank you. Thanks so much, Vanessa. Thank you. Thank you. You can take that as well and just watch your step there. All right, great. All right. 13 years old. Think of what you guys were doing at 13 years old. And it's just amazing. I mean, my daughter's 3.5, and I get emotional when I see Vanessa because one day that could be my daughter up here. It's just amazing. And thank you, Mom, for bringing Vanessa. And then, we asked Vanessa, so if you want to stick around, she's like, well, I got to go back to school. I'm like, where are you from? And Mom, whatever you did, God bless you. So again, thank you for being part of the show. This will forever go in the history of our all hands meeting. So thank you. So moving along, guys. I don't know how I topped that. I don't, but great all hands meeting, great halftime show. I do want to talk about a special announcement. We are launching our products live right here on the all hands meeting stage. We've done this once before. We talk about doing things unconventionally. But this year, as you know, we're not doing the West Coast Art and Frame show this year, and we talked about why we did that in the last show, and we think it's the right thing to do for our company. We also want to get a jump start on this, and what better stage than this stage, live with all our customers watching and friends, that we get to announce our newest collection. And this is the newest collection that we're able to launch. It's an incredible winter collection, and before I start rambling about it, we got a small video that we want you to watch. Take a look.
We are thrilled to announce the release of 49 additions to our Simply Roma and Roma 1 product lines. Our 2020 winter collection is the result of a team of dedicated creatives who remain committed to crafting the world's most beautiful picture frames. From the first stroke of the drafting pen until the final prototypes are approved, the design team at Roma Moulding has always believed in the infinite potential of a blank canvas. We continue to focus on creating cutting-edge moldings that are worthy of adorning the world's greatest masterpieces. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. We embrace this philosophy throughout our design process, slowly distilling an idea into the purest expression of its form. Our product designers and master artisans collaborate to rigorously prototype, test, and perfect each new molding we create. Together, we are proud to introduce these outstanding new designs, an extensive addition to our most sought-after collections. We hope you enjoy these fantastic new additions to the Roma Moulding family.
So that's just one of the commercials that we'll be airing. There's going to be a plethora of things that we're going to be doing online through social as a result of not doing our conventional way. That would be go to trade shows and hope and wish. We're taking our destiny into our own hands, and we're really creating some really cool commercials, and we're really doubling down on social, and certainly with our BPSs, they right now are equipped with everything you see here. So allow me to go through the collection. We have 49 new moldings, 49 individual beautiful masterpieces masterpieces put together in probably the best collection year to date. And in fact, one of the best collections of the decade. We have 28 under the Roma 1 banner and 19 under Simply Roma. And we also boast another 18 through photo frames. So partners are able to order these through photo frames as well. So our first collection is our Arbor collection. It's 6 beautiful profiles, and Arbor's a continuation of a collection that has done remarkably well. And you may have seen it. We came up with the brown and the black and a number of colors. We're adding 2 beautiful colors to this. Take a look and listen to this.
Refined wooden finishes adorn 12 new moldings within our Arbor collection. Wood textured veneers overlay 6 unique profiles available in 2 classic finishes, light walnut and gray oak. Constructed from finger joint pine, the new Arbor collection delivers a clean, contemporary style.
So this collection here, we have everything using finger joint pine. We've created a new substrate that goes on top of the actual product wood itself. Then we carefully place over this beautiful veneered product. It has a 3-dimensional feel to the product. It's new for us. And we've also had the 2 and 3 tones go through the product. It's very tight on the edges. We did that on purpose and allows for a really nice lip to give this beautiful contemporary finish for any work of art. We just think it's really going to do well. And we also came out with it in the gray. It's a beautiful smoky gray color, has some gray tones, some certainly black tones. There's even hints of some brown in there. We think the 2 are going to do very, very well. Another collection that we launched, which is a continuation of a collection of eleganza. So eleganza has been in the repertoire for about 12 years or so. It's have done really well across various different markets, and we've introduced 2 exactly beautiful new profiles in 3 colors.
Raven, bone, and fog colors enrich 2 ribbed molding profiles in our newest additions to the eleganza collection. These elegant profiles have been carefully designed to pair well with both traditional and contemporary artworks. Layers of colorant and subtle antiquing create a sense of depth, while a thin finishing layer adds a final sheen.
So as you can see from here, we've launched a completely new profile, a new motif, again, all done on finger joint pine. This product here has a very superior, very proprietary base coat that's placed on top of the wood, not to have any blemishes come through, and we'll be talking about that certainly through social, certainly through our BPSs. We've designed and articulated this profile by hand. This is our design and our design only. This is offered in 2 beautiful sizes. So this is the bigger size, and then we have a subtle, very elegant size that accompanies it. We think the 3 are very beautiful. You have the black with the right amount of sheen. We have this bone ivory color with this tonality of tones and colors, and then this beautiful smoky gray. Well, that's the smoky gray finish. Very beautiful and very nice on the touch. Our next collection that we're launching is our Elements collection. Many different people in the industry, we have, white frames, black frames, pink frames, but nobody's come up with something, in our opinion, that's transitional, but that also has some style and taste, and that could be a bit upscale in color. And that's why we launched Elements. Take a look.
Bright pastel colors dance upon a playful yet delicately rounded profile in our newest introduction to the Elements collection. 6 soft tones are hand-applied to the rib texture, capturing additional color and depth within the crevices, while a thin coating of beeswax protects and finishes each molding.
So this product here, which is interesting, it's the very similar motif that we had in Eleganza. Eleganza, the one I just showed you, has 2 beautiful profiles. What we did is we took this beautiful watercolor kind of pastel format, we placed it on top of what we did at the prior one, but the molding was either too big or too small. So as crazy as we are, we created a 3rd profile that goes in the middle that we think just lends itself perfectly for this motif. We've already have some great pre-sales of this product in the marketplace, so we anticipate a lot of great things. So our next collection, one of my favorite is our Lavo collection. we really have been pushing the boundaries on this collection, and it's inspired from a beautiful camouflage feel, but it's not traditional camouflage. It's unconventional. This product is proprietary. By the way, all products are proprietary to us, so we designed and drew each one of these products. But take a look and listen to
Bold
this.
geometric patterns are paired with striking colors to fashion a completely new look within our Lavo collection. Blocky profiles are inset with intricate patterns and vivid colors that demand attention within modern design-focused spaces. Finished with a high-gloss lacquer, light shimmers across the rigid lines and geometric patterns to create an extraordinary look.
So what we love about this product is it's all one color, but we're really playing with the motif and the light to give it this textured feel. This is offered in two beautiful profiles. It's the 107 profile, the nice cap, and then this a little more chunkier. If you see, again, all on finger joint pine, very durable, very resistant, and very hard. But not overly hard that when you cut it, it chips. As you can see here, flawless execution on the actual manufacturing of the product. We, again, have some really cool ideas with this product and cool ideas as to where it's going into. So we have some great announcements that I'm sure we'll share in upcoming all hands meetings regarding this product. And this has spawned a whole new generation of products that are coming that we're prototyping right now. So yeah, I think you guys are gonna love this. So next, but certainly not least, is the Ramino collection. Ramino collection, great collection. What we're doing with Ramino, just so you know, well, let me show you the Ramino collection. I'll tell you about what we're
The
doing.
Ramino collection continues to expand the creative palette with a set of 7 new canvas floater frames. Black, espresso, and white colorants are combined with elegant touches of gold and silver leafing to elevate and transform these timeless profiles.
So this collection here is for floaters, so it's for canvases. And what we've done, you know the Ramino collection is very famous. What we've done is we re-engineered the entire collection. So you will start seeing in all the Ramino collections, the caps, all those collections, we're using a far superior wood base, so far superior finger joint pine product, but also the base coat, meaning the primer that's applied to it is proprietary. We actually created it ourselves, and it's actually very durable, not having any of the wood show through. So we think we've mastered this product. We've been actually testing this product for over a year with 2 very important customers who have had nothing but great rave reviews. I encourage you, certainly BPS team and partners, when you get this product, feel it, pick it up, knock on it, give it a nudge or two. You'll see it has a lot of rigidity, but cuts very beautifully. So you'll certainly enjoy this product here. And last but certainly not least, again, a certain favorite of mine. This is our vintage collection. Our vintage collection actually born out of forged iron. So we wanted to get a really cool forged iron look, and so this is what we came up with.
A finish inspired by forged metal enhances the chiseled edges of our new vintage collection. Carbon black, urban white, and urban silver leaf and gold leaf colors are applied by hand, achieving a look inspired by the arts and crafts movement. These timeless designs pair beautifully with photography or contemporary works of art.
Yeah, so this was created actually from a handle. It was a handle that I loved. It was just so beautiful. It was a forged iron black handle. And we actually took the handle, we redesigned the actual motif of it. So the motif, the profile, the finish, everything is proprietary to us. We've designed this from scratch. 2 beautiful, beautiful profiles. And you can see the beautiful colorants. So we have the black, the white, the silver is brilliant, and this is the gold. And we place a subtle patina on the gold. It's not too much, it's not too little. We in fact think it's just perfect. So we encourage you to take a look at this and feel it has a really great durability to it, and nothing shows through. So really great product. We think you're gonna love this as well. And so that is our collection for 2020. The good news is we remain 100% made in Italy. We are the only company in this industry that can boast 100% of our products are still made in Italy. It remains one of our differentiators in our company, where all other vendors will buy maybe 10 moldings and say they buy molding in Italy. That's not the case for us. 100% is still made in Italy. We use 100% real wood. Others will use some MDF or worse plastic. And not us. We use high quality grade wood because that baby's supposed to stay with you for a long time. And it actually allows us to put different colorants and things on it that really reside with design. We also have 100% exclusivity design. So what other companies might do, they might get a motif that is 20 years old and throw some red paint on it and say it's brand new. Not our company. We start from scratch. We literally start from a piece of wood, and then we start sketching, and we go back and forth in Italy and work with our master artisans, and we try something and we fail and we try again. We leave for 2 hours, see if it dried. If it sucks, we throw it out. We start right from scratch until it's perfect. We are not normal when it comes to designs. We really want to push them. We're as unconventional as it gets with designs. And we talked about product innovation early on. We're just getting started with some of the innovation that we'll be bringing forth into 2020 and beyond. And then lastly, it's made with love. I think we've lost the art of making things with love, with pride. And I know to myself, when I call a tradesman or lady over to do something in my home, and whether it's drywall or whether it's concrete, people are just banging things together to get on to the next. Or at Subway, and they're making a sandwich, and I actually remind them, I'm like, dude, I need to eat that thing. So I need you to put some love in it. Like, stop slapping the pickles in there. Like, I have to eat that. I have to ingest it. Well, everything we make is with love, with pride. We're nuts about it. And you might think it's a picture frame. Yeah, well, to us, it's not just a picture frame. Right? There are frames that adorn some of the most beautiful works of art in the world. Or it might adorn a flag of a fallen hero, or a bullet, or a Picasso, which we're known to. Or, our products go into the White House, into various different dignitaries and things like that. So everything we do has to come from the heart and passion. And you can only create beautiful products, beautiful experience if you're nuts, if you're passionate, if you have love. And certainly we hope that you love the products as much as we've loved creating them. What really excites the heck out of me is that we're taking pre-orders today. So our BPSs after this will get in their cars and are zipping across the country, both Canada and the US, showing some of our most beautiful, coveted products to our customers. And so you can pre-order those, and we're actually shipping in. They told me not to put Jan 1, but it's just for reasons. We'll be shipping in product the minute we come back. We're going to have all those products pre-made, and we'll be shipping them out to all our customers starting the beginning of the year. And I will say there's going to be some interesting surprises along the way. So I highly encourage you to take note of what we're doing, specifically through social. We'll be sharing this through our channels, but we're just getting started with some of the most beautiful collections that I just showed you. So culture and talent, I want to share with you something with culture and talent. Olga has a lot to share with you. And I want to call her up because she does it justice better than I do. So put your hands together for Olga, please.
Thanks, guys. Hi, good afternoon. I feel like I'm coming in after a parade or something. It's kind of fun. Okay. Just want to tell you all the goings-on that have been happening in culture and talent since the last time I had the pleasure to join everybody up on stage. So we currently have 4 new career opportunities open. 2 of them are actually for BPSs. One of them is for BPS that's going to cover off on Quebec and the Maritime provinces. So looking for someone based out of Montreal for that one. Then we have another BPS opportunity available. That one is to cover off on Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. And for that particular one, we're looking for somebody based out of the Dallas, Texas area. We're looking for a marketing lead. So if what you've seen here today excites you and you'd like to help run this show, Melissa, some big shoes to fill. Melissa's actually going on mat leave. Yay. But we got to find someone that's amazing and awesome and can fill her shoes. So we're also looking for a marketing lead. And we're currently looking for a shipper and receiver based out of our DC here in Toronto. So would love to hear from you guys. Would like to mention our referral program once again. I know I mentioned it and announced it at the last all hands meeting, but we feel strongly that good people know good people. So guys, team here, team in the other DCs, if you've seen anyone that you think would align with our culture and values and the positions we're looking for, would love to hear from you. And of course, a nice little plus is you get $1,000 for that referral, which is pretty awesome as well. So if you'd like any further information on the current opportunities we have available, any other details, please feel free to reference our website or feel free to contact Olivia and myself. So this is always my favorite part of the all hands meeting, especially when I don't mispronounce anyone's name, so I'll do my best. This is when I introduce the new Roma rookies, so the new team members that have joined us, and we have 8 this time out. So first off, Edison. Edison's here. Edison, where are you? I can't see from all these. Hello, Edison. Yay, Edison. So Edison is one of our newest members in our operations team here. He and I were just discussing his love of snow this morning over coffee because it's his second winter in Canada and he's enjoying it. And I told him I'm kind of over it at this point. It's my 46th winter in Canada, but welcome, Edison. Then we have Gonzalo. Gonzalo, I know I saw you here as well. Gonzalo, yay. Gonzalo is a production floor associate here in our Woodbridge DC. So Gonzalo, welcome to you. Then we have Adi Riaz. Adi is actually one of our newest production associates in LA. So Adi, I know you're watching us. Welcome to the team. Then we have John Maldonado. John is our newest BPS. So for those of you that are not familiar with our Roma language, it's an outside sales rep. And Johnny represents Long Island in New York. So John, welcome to you. Then we have Andrew. I know Andrew's here as well. Andrew does amazing work here. He helps keep everything and everybody on track. And I know he's doing a lot of cross-training. And he's here in our DC in Woodbridge. So Andrew, welcome to you. And then we have Richard as well. Richard has joined our team here. So Richard, welcome to you. Now you guys are doing some amazing things, keeping us all on track. So this one's very special. So Nilufar is back. So I had announced Nilufar a couple of all hands meetings ago. She had left us for a little bit, and she's now back. And we're so pleased that you are back, Nilufar. So welcome back to the fold. Then we have Haley. Haley is actually one of our newest team members in Atlanta that helps out with the wonderful world of administration. So she actually works very closely with Kaylee. So Haley, welcome to you. So then what I'd like to briefly talk about, I know Tony had mentioned it already within his deck, but we've hosted over 100 people this year already. I feel like I'm constantly alerting the team to like, hey, we have visitors coming, we have guests. It's pretty amazing because it helps us do our amazing work with Roma Wish. So we're totally tickled pink to have people visit us and would love to host more people. Coming up, believe it or not, we're actually booking into 2020 already, which I know it's amazing. So we're already booking into the spring of 2020, and we have between now and then 10 upcoming visits booked we're looking very forward to. And here is a little photo of some really fun people that recently came for a visit, and they look pretty engaged and, I don't know, charged up after coming in. My favorite part always, without doubt, is when people walk up the stairs, because for some reason their eyes go really big, almost like they're cartoon characters, because they're like, you guys actually work here? Like, you're allowed to have streamers and things? I'm like, yeah, you're allowed to wear jeans every day? Yeah. So it's pretty awesome. And here's a little video we'd like to share on some of the recent tours, so enjoy.
The tour was great. It was actually, I had high expectations coming in because Jason and other people have said really good things. I was waiting to be impressed, and then I went upstairs and I already was just like looking at the walls and the ceilings. I'm like, what is this place? Like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, there's name tags of people, and every time I turn the corner, and more corners into different rooms and different kitchens, I'm like, man, like I'm getting wow like every single time after that.
I didn't exactly know what to expect, and I think I was extremely surprised. There was just so much, and I thought I knew something about culture. I knew nothing about culture. This was a wow.
Little things that Tony said, but actually even just interacting with some of the staff that works here, just in brief moments, and the little smiles and all of the inside jokes that people share, and it's that kind of stuff that's going to stay with me for sure.
I have 4 pages of notes that I took. There's so much, but I think finding ways to incorporate our core values in a similar way that you guys do with the cards, I think that is extremely impactful.
At my company, Up Level Solutions, we're very focused on transparency, and it's so actually like relieving to be connected with another company and to see behind the scenes or behind closed doors, normally as it is, another company that's sharing that sort of transparency. I think that's really exciting.
When we started this and I came and I talked about culture, people thought it was a dumb idea, it was childish, never gonna work. It's just a 6-month thing, you're crazy. And as you all know, you're gonna get that when you're challenging conventional wisdom, especially when you want unconventional methods. You're gonna get this, and we did. The fact of the matter is, many quit, we didn't. And together we're here and we're still on this journey and we're taking a step back and we're taking a few forward, but we're never giving up on what we're doing.
So interestingly enough, actually somebody who's on that video is here visiting us today. It's pretty amazing. So it's nice to see yourself, isn't it? Awesome. Thank you for coming out, guys. So as always, we do a rotation of surveys. This time out, it's the AHM survey, which is going out tomorrow morning. Olivia already has everything ready to go, and she's going to push send tomorrow morning. As always, feedback is a gift. We want the feedback from all our teams and all our DCs because it can make us make the next AHM better. As always, the last question on each of our surveys is going to be our internal Net Promoter Score question, is will you recommend or would you recommend Roma to your family and friends? It's a yes, no. Obviously, I'm hoping you're going to say yes, but looking forward to that feedback, so please do that tomorrow. As always, the links are going to be sent both in English and for our friends out there in our DCs, guys, hey, it's going to be sent in Spanish as well, just to make sure people can do it in their language of choice. So now I'd like to talk about the wonderful culture team, these awesome individuals you see here, Mary, Tony, little Tanya, mighty Tanya Ferrero, and obviously Olivia, that help us do some amazing things here at Roma each and every time out. The focus of the culture team, there are 3 main focuses. One, of course, is the Roma Wish mission, which is very near and dear to our hearts. We're currently looking at venues for 2020 and what we're going to do. So please, if you're watching this, if you're here in the audience and have some ideas, please do reach out to us. We'd love to have your feedback. Obviously, the culture events and tours, as we've mentioned. The tours feed into the Roma Wish mission. So people that come, 100% of those proceeds filter back into the Roma Wish mission. And I'm happy to report this year we actually raised over $7,000, which is amazing. So thank you to everyone that helped us raise those funds. And obviously employee experience. So making sure that Olivia and I are following up with people, getting people the information they need, and helping out where we can and doing what we can for them. So these are the events. I'm not going to name everything we did this year. This is what so far has happened. We do have a pop-up event coming up. I bought my tacky Christmas sweater, people. It's really gross. So I think I'm a shoo-in this year, so I'm looking forward to see what people are going to wear. And then obviously the upcoming Christmas festivities. So for holiday celebrations, here's what's on the docket. New Jersey's celebrating on December 24th. LA's doing it on the 20th. Atlanta's doing it December 1st. And we here at HQ in our DC are going to do it on December 4th. So for me, I just want to wish everybody that celebrates Merry Christmas, who celebrates Christmas, happy holidays to everyone else. Wish you some real wonderful quality time with your friends and family so that you come back completely refreshed, because I know 2020 for Roma is going to be amazing and we're going to kill it. So here's my contact info, as always. I'm lucky I don't have all the letters in the alphabet after my name, like some people, and extension 366. So feel free to reach out anytime. That's it for me. Thank you very much, guys. I'd like to call Tony Guerrero back up.
All right, we're nearing, I would say, 3/4 of the all hands meeting, and you heard about some of the initiatives that we're doing. You heard about new products, you heard about a number of things, but it's important to know what our customers are saying about us, because without our customers, we wouldn't be here. The fact of the matter is, customers enable us to do some of the great things that we do every day, and we have remarkable partners and customers. Here's what some of them are saying. So actually, Modern Miter was on my Instagram today, and we were chatting, and I didn't tell them they're going to be featured today, but they're featured, surprise. And they're an amazing custom frame shop and gallery in Auburn, Alabama. This is their website if you're ever interested in checking out another cool company and seeing what they're doing. A very creative bunch. This is what they had to say.
Modern Miter says, "We are most thankful for you guys at Roma Moulding, leading the way with innovation and rehashing the classics with a new set of eyes. Can't wait to see what you've got in store for us coming up."
And this is just some of the small things that we see from our partners. They will text me, Instagram, Facebook, or our customer care team. These are just some of the awesome, teams that enable us to do what we do. Some wow shout outs. What's important here I want to share with you, as Tanya indicated, we do a Net Promoter Score. An external Net Promoter and an internal. So for the external, this is some of the responses that we got from partners. Here's what they had to say.
When I want something special, I call Roma. I couldn't be who I am without Roma.
That's from Brian.
I've been using Roma for the past 14 years. Overall, I'm very happy and love Roma. Danny.
And then lastly,
#1 best company. Good service, responsible for any errors, and always makes it right. Quandito.
Yeah, and these are short and sweet because these are what people will write, and then we just put them up here with some beautiful voiceovers. But the third one, they're all really beautiful, but I love what the third one states for responsible for any errors and always makes it right. I tell any of the customers that we do business with, any of our partners, we are not perfect, and we fail at times, and we drop the ball. But I will guarantee you that when we do that, different from any other customer, we make it right. And it's just beautiful to hear those exact same words being said from some of our partners in the field. It's beautiful. So this is a part of the all hands meeting that I love. This is our core. Can you put the music up, please? Okay, that's Roma Core Value. I love the song. That's Roma Core Value Awards. These are awards, folks, nominated by the people for the people. So this is not me nominating. This is not our leadership team. So the following nominations are by you. So if you see someone really living day in, day out the values of our company, you're encouraged to email a number of members on our team. And then from there, we announce who these winners are. It's that simple. So our first award goes to the lovely Terry Lynn. Let's give it up for Terry Lynn. This is what you had to say.
I wish to nominate Terry Lynn for core value #7, be humble. Terry Lynn has always provided a listening ear to partners and her colleagues. She continually assures that she is available to lend a helping hand without exception. She consistently provides outstanding service to all of the partners she interacts with. Since she began working at Roma Moulding, Terry Lynn has gone out of her way to assist others in every way she can.
Way to go, Terry Lynn. Way to go. Next is Brooke Blake for core value #10. She's our office or operations administrator, and you've seen her in, I believe, Rick's deck. Here's what you had to say about Brooke.
I would like to recognize Brooke Blake. During the short time that Brooke has been with Roma, she has shown an eagerness to learn the many different facets of production and operation. She has played a major role in managing several key accounts, each with complex project requirements. She always takes on new challenges with a smile. It is a pleasure to work with her. She exemplifies core value #10, love learning and pursue growth and development.
Let's give it up for Brooke, guys. Next up is Tanya Ferraro, core value #10. All right, let's hear what you have to say.
Tanya Ferraro's leadership skills have always inspired me to keep learning and growing as a team member and individual. Her genuine personality is admirable. She is easy to trust because her intentions are always transparent and good. Tanya wows me every day through her ability to listen and approach situations with an open heart in mind. Thank you, Tanya, for embodying core value #10, love learning and pursue growth and development, and for always pushing me to be a better person.
Way to go, Tanya. Way to go, folks. Our next core value goes to Olga Senek for core value #4. Here's what you had to say about Olga.
I would like to acknowledge Olga for her unwavering positive attitude and for always spreading core value #4, build a positive team and family environment. During the leadership conference this past October, Olga willingly assisted another leader who needed to replace their passport. She was all over it, locating the correct paperwork and driving to the embassy in downtown Toronto, despite missing a day of team building at the conference. Even in stressful situations like this, Olga's cheerfulness shines through and makes anything feel possible.
Let's give it up for Olga, folks. All right, so congratulations to all winners. So I do want to encourage, if you do see someone from now till next all hands meeting who exudes, meaning they ooze a value that is one of the 10 core values in our company, please, please, please email these human beings, both Olga and Olivia. Now, if it's Olga and Olivia, I never thought of this, but if you want to acknowledge Olga and Olivia, send it to me so they don't know. But if it isn't, email Olga and Olivia, and they'd be more than willing and more than happy to make sure that goes in the running. So that's it for Core Value Awards. So on our last note is our Roma Wish Foundation. And our Roma Wish Foundation, as you know, was born out of our mission to move, inspire, and wow. And we gave to various different communities, to various different shelters and things of that nature. But we wanted to create something big aligning with our value, and that's Roma Wish. And really, Roma Wish came out, it's our team's way of giving back to not only the communities we live and play in, but also the world we all share. So we wanted to play really big. And therefore, Roma Wish was born. And we've completed 6 missions thus far. It's amazing to see the accomplishments when you look back. We've done 6 missions. So every year we do 1 mission. We've had over 63 team members take place in those 6 missions. We've had over 9,000 volunteer hours. 9,000 volunteer hours. And this year, 2019, our Roma Wish mission was from July 30th to August 4th. And we went to Houston, Texas. And if you recall, Houston got battered by a really ravaging hurricane. They had flooding, and it was just a disaster. And we, diverged there, and it was an awesome experience. And because of all your generosity and because of all the bake sales that we have and all our tours, so anytime someone does a culture tour, we don't ask or charge them for anything of it. We just ask to do a donation in dollars, and this goes directly to our fund, and that's how much we raised. We raised $7,000 as a result of that. That's not inclusive of what Roma gave. This is all of you, just team members, along with some of the guests that came in, which is a pretty big number. And our mission this year helped the organization All Hands and Hearts. It's a non-denominational organization, so we came in and we all came in to help. It was really awesome. And these are the awesome human beings, and I want to take homage to this. These are the awesome human beings that took time out of their day, out of their week, out of the year, to spend 7, 5, whatever it is, 6 days to help people they otherwise don't know. And those shining faces are the faces I got to serve with. So if you ever have done any volunteering, you'll understand what I'm saying. If you haven't, I would love to see your face up there, because what you get as a result of giving back pales in comparison to what we're giving in the field. But these are amazing people, and I want to really call out and thank their spouses and their partners and their kids, because it's 5, 6, 7 days away from their family, and we thank you for enabling them to do this amazing work. So we have it in photos. So these are some of the photos that we took. Take a look. I could stay here all day and show you all the various photos, but nothing brings a mission to life than video. And so we have a short video we'd love for you to sit back and watch. But I want you to watch with attentiveness and the willingness of people helping people. And I think our world, we live in a pretty messed up world today. And I think it's important that we all kind of stop and give to one another and stop, focusing on what our differences and just come together as human beings rather than countries and colors and race. I think we got to put that all aside, and I think that's what our Roma Wish missions do, because we don't care what their creed is, we don't care the shade of skin color they have or what they believe in. We're just there to help. They need help, we're there. So take a look. I think you're gonna love it.
The National Weather Service says they've not seen anything quite like this.
Even the most dire warnings couldn't prepare people here for the amount of rain that's fallen in the last 24 hours.
You can see that I am surrounded by water.
Houston is a city in crisis, and now a city of islands.
People were carrying babies on their shoulders. We just praise God, and we were rescued.
I've never been through this, and I don't wish it on anybody.
And everybody's lost so much, and it still keeps continuing to rain.
The National Weather Service already calling the storm unprecedented and beyond anything experienced.
This could turn out to be the worst flooding disaster in U.S. history.
Once this all drains off, we can rebuild, but I know it's going to take a long time.
Alice, can you hold that?
Maybe tomorrow morning? Yeah, before we leave for the job site?
I get emotional here because all these 2 years I'm praying and I'm hoping and I'm wondering, and just to have somebody like your organization come and help us, it was almost like a miracle on earth. It was like my prayers were answered.
Everywhere you went around the city, there was just debris piled up. Everywhere you looked, you saw it. Hands and Hearts, for a lot of people, is going to be something unlike anything they've ever experienced. There's some adapting that needs to be done in terms of living on a project with dozens of other people, but it's also some of the most fulfilling work you could ever hope to find. It gives you a sort of sense of purpose that you can't find working a 9-to-5 job, and being able to help people and being able to see the relief on their faces when they start seeing work get done in their house after it's been 2 years now. It's unreal. You kind of have to be here to understand.
We're here partnering with All Hands and All Hearts. We decided to group with them because we really liked the work they were doing. So they actually are at scenes when disasters happen. So All Hands and All Hearts is very instrumental, not only being there at the beginning of a disaster, but long term. So as you can see here, where we are in Houston, there are people that, Hurricane Harvey happened in 2017, and a lot of other groups move on to other things and other projects, whereas All Hands and All Hearts kind of stays through the project.
Working here is certainly a challenge. For one thing, I know you can't feel it on the over there and when you're watching the film, but the heat is quite oppressive, especially as the day continues to advance and it gets hotter and hotter. Of course, in the buildings that we're working in, there is no air conditioning. Quite often we're wearing full respirators, safety goggles, obviously hard hat, the works. Some of us are unfortunate enough to have to wear the full Tyvek suit if we're dealing with mold remediation. But it has been a fantastic time here. I've been learning a lot of skills in terms of just home renovation that I've never been really exposed to, especially with drywalling components, something I hadn't really done a whole lot of. And the team here is really knowledgeable with the tools, but also the processes to get the job done efficiently and effectively. So it's been a fantastic opportunity to really kind of get my hands dirty and try to make a difference here in the community that's kind of unfortunately been forgotten. The hurricane that struck Houston in 2017 was all over the news at the time, and like any natural disaster, there's a certain fatigue. Eventually the stories end up dropping off the papers and out of the TV casts, and people sort of forget that there's still a need in a community here that's still suffering.
My daughter and I, we just sit there and we're like, wow, Mom, did you see how far they got today? And we're already thinking, I can't wait to start using the kitchen, and I can't wait to sit down and eat at a table with a real chair and have dinner. And I can't wait to have just a clean area and just all the basic things that we take for granted on an everyday basis. Now we're looking at it as a reward. Wow, I can't wait to just sit on the chair and just put my feet up after work. Those are all the things that we're just sitting here saying, man, I can't wait, I can't wait. And it's all coming possible because of volunteers like you guys.
After a long day of work, usually the day goes by, everybody gets sectioned off into different job sites, then we all meet back in the house, shower up, have a group meeting, and then we have dinner. But as a team, we decided that rather than having dinner with all the volunteers, we would kind of go off and do our own team building excursions. And I find it really important to build as a team, to just come together, especially because a lot of us don't live in the same state, country for that matter. So it's just nice to really spend time with one another outside of work, just as a family, as a community, as friends. So it's really a really great time. Not only are we doing something to help, but we're also building community within ourselves.
Hey guys, our last day here at Roma Wish Houston. It's been an incredible week thus far. Crew is just doing the finishing touches on the home here. Our other teams are at the other sites putting the final touches there, but it's just been incredible and we've been able to work with some great people. I just want to put this out there. If there are any future Roma Wish volunteers that want to be part of this movement, this community, feel free to reach out to anyone on our team, and we highly encourage you to take part in a future mission. These missions have an amazing way of building bonds, relationships, and also I would say
gives you next level gratitude within your life.
It's a really rewarding experience. It'll change your life. It'll make you appreciate everything you have all the more. So I'd recommend, if you haven't done it, talk to someone who's done it, get the information, and don't let anything stand in your way. Come and go, because you can really make a difference in someone's life.
Give it a go. We would love to have you on the team. It's very exciting, it's fun. You have to come with an open mind. You're definitely going to be doing things you've probably never done before, but it's exciting, it's different, and it really is fulfilling. At the end of the day, in a space like this, it's really quite something when you walk into a home and you completely see it transformed over a period of a couple of days. It's a very physical process, but it's quite fulfilling to see that change happen over time. 100% sign up. Definitely going to be an amazing experience that you're going to remember for the rest of your life.
It's a special place. We do this year in, year out, but the generosity and the kindness and the patience, it's never been felt at this level, so you guys are doing some remarkable work.
As time goes on and I see the house coming together and I feel like it's a home again, I still stop and think, how do you thank volunteers like this? Thank you is not enough. A million thank yous is not enough. You feel like you're lost, you feel like you're on your own until you see people come in and it's unbelievable. Wow, these people don't know me. And if they only knew how thankful I am. You're changing lives. You're changing lives. And you're bringing back normal to families like me.
Folks, there you have it, folks. An amazing mission, to say the least. And if you aren't able to attend, or you aren't able to donate your time, we totally get it. You can help make a difference, whether it's $1 or $10. 100% of the proceeds go to Roma Wish, so you can do that online at romamoulding.com, or if you have some spare change today and you just want to, we have a little donation box just in the foyer there. If you want to drop a coin in there, we'd greatly appreciate that. So that's Roma Wish. I'm Tony Guerreri. I want you guys to know I want to be totally accessible to everybody. My email, my extension is toll-free. If you're watching and you don't want to do a long distance, that's toll-free. Along with my email, I read all my emails. Just reach out if there's something I need to know about, or reach out. I think feedback's a gift, and lay on the gifts, good or bad. But I'd certainly love to hear from you. So I'd love to say happy Thanksgiving, certainly to our American friends. Your Thanksgiving is in 2 weeks. We wish you a very happy Thanksgiving, very safe one. Hug your families, eat, be merry, have the time of your life. And then shortly after that, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you call it, as long as you're merry in some way and that you're, being a difference, making a difference, and being with your family. So Merry Christmas on that front. And that, folks, ends the all hands meeting. That's been 2 hours in a show, 29 all hands meetings in the bag. I do want to say one thing before I go. I got this small video, and I love to end on a final note. And I got this video from a friend of mine. His name is Lewis Howes. We actually are part of a network together, a global network around the world. We go together once a year. And I found this clip of him, and I just think it's really beautiful. And I want to share it with you.
There's an old man walking on the beach, and in the distance he sees a boy throwing something into the water. And as he gets closer, he walks up on the shore and he sees that there's millions of starfish on the beach that have been washed up from a storm the night before. And as he gets closer to the boy, he goes up to the boy and says, "Boy, what are you doing? Why are you throwing starfish back in the ocean?" And the boy looks to the old man and says, "They got washed up. And if I don't pick them up and throw them back in, they're all gonna die." And the old man looks to the boy and says, "You're crazy. There's no way you're gonna be able to do this before the tide goes back, and there's no way. They're all gonna die." And the boy picked up one more starfish. He throws it back into the ocean. He says, "But at least I made a difference to that one." and we all have an opportunity to make a difference. It doesn't have to be the world right now, but we can go out and make a difference to one person today. And for me, that's a great life.
As I indicated, a great friend of mine is a great motivational speaker. He's created this school of greatness, going around schools and across the U.S. and Canada and just inspiring kids. I think it's just beautiful. I want to pay some homage. But I think what's important is you can make a difference. And whether you're making a difference in your local community, in your family, you have that opportunity. But I want to make one point very clear. We together are making a huge difference. We're making a difference not only in our industry by bringing out great products, we're making a difference in the way we service our customers and how we make them feel. We're making a difference in how we view work and how work is viewed. We're changing the rhetoric around work. That work doesn't have to hurt and doesn't have to suck. It doesn't have to be the worst 8 hours of your day. We're doing that together. This is not about me. This is about us. It's about how we're making people feel, and we're making a difference in communities far and wide, in communities that we share in, like you just seen in Houston. And I can keep going, and we were in New York and Louisiana and Haiti. And how cool will this be in the next 20 years when we're on Roma Bush mission like 35 or something? And then we've affected over 35 communities and shelters and people. And I think we're so blessed to be in North America. We're blessed to be amongst one another. We're blessed to be able to do an all-hands meeting. We're blessed to have great customers. I just think I want you leaving today with a feeling of an abundance of gratitude. So whether you're shaking someone's hand today or going out into a community, just whatever you do, remember you're not just here on this planet just to suck air and eat and then sleep and then work. Like we're here to make a difference. This world's still a messed up place. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's not leave it up to our politicians or some people out there. It starts with us. So let's just remember that before we leave today. Go out in the world, make a difference, because you as a human, you're here on purpose. God made a plan for you. You're here on purpose. It's not, you're not just here by accident. Nothing's by accident. And so whatever you're going to do after this show, go make a difference. Make someone feel really great, because that's what this world's about. Because in about, 37 or so Thanksgivings, I won't be here. We all won't be here. And in fact, in 100 years, we all won't be here. So today is the best day to make a difference. And together we're making a difference. And I just want to thank you for making that difference, for enabling me to be, up here making a difference. I can't thank you guys enough. So on behalf of everybody in our company, our suppliers, our partners, our friends, our guests, our families, most importantly, God, thank you for enabling us to do this. We'll be doing this way into decades to come, and we hope you enjoyed All Hands Meeting 29. I'm Tony Guerreri, officially signing off. I want to thank you. Thanks very much for being at the show. Thanks, everybody.